All right, guys, I just want to break down this trade for you. I made $944. I kind of feel like I sold early, but you'll see that most of my sells are around $321. We bought at 319.6. So let me just break it down for you. I think it was a good trade, but now that I'm watching it go without me, I'm kind of getting a little FOMO here because that's a whole nother point that I just missed out on. But just to zoom out real quick so you can get a bigger picture on this, with Tesla, it sold all the way off from 324 all the way down to 318. I was watching this and I decided to use the 9 and the 20 EMA strategy that I teach. And this is really what I use a lot of the time to make money. And because it was the pre-market, I was more hesitant, and that's why I sold so early. But as you can see on the 1 minute, you have the white and the blue, these lines. This was, you could see that we were rejecting constantly, all in this zone right here. This whole area is all rejecting. You can see that the white and the blue lines, the candles are respecting it and just constantly rejecting. And then I started getting interested right around this section. I just want to highlight it for you. Right here is where I got interested because you could see the crossover of the 9 and the 20 EMA, and then it started to hold. I was still patient, didn't buy yet, but now it was on my radar because we started seeing the pullback. And then it pulled back here to 318.4 and popped up real quickly and started holding on the 1 minute. Now I'm going to zoom into the part where I made my entry. My entry was right up in here where you can see, let me just make the candles a little bigger so you get a little more volume on this bad boy. Right in this candle right here is my entry. I'm just going to highlight it in a rectangle form, and I just want you guys to see this. This is the entry, because if I draw a rectangular line, you're going to see my entry at 319.6. Let me just bring it up a little bit for you. I'm using Fidelity Trader Pro, so the charting's not as good. I bought in this candle right here, and then I decided to hold it. And I told myself, as long as Tesla holds the 9 EMA, which is right here in blue, and the 21 EMA, and it's riding up above, I'm okay with it breaking the 21 EMA. But as long as the 21 EMA holds up, then I'm going to continue to hold the position. So you'll see right here, your white line. Look right here, 9 EMA. Your blue line, 21 EMA. Makes it nice and simple. We had the crossover. It started tracking up, and the next point of contention here was this pink line, which I'm going to make it a little just thicker for you guys, is the VWAP. And that is what I was using as my trade. So I decided to hold a little bit more because it broke VWAP. So we had that reversal, started gaining support, crossed over the 9 and the 21 EMA, riding the 9 up, broke the 9 EMA, but used the 20 to 21 EMA as support, and then retested VWAP right here, and then I sold into this candle right here. So I definitely took profits early, but it's still a $944 gain, taking profits around this area here. So for me, that's a good trade, good ROI. I entered at 319.6 around this line right here, and then took profits up about 1.5 points. And this just is a way that you can scalp for gains if you decide to. So for me, this was an easy way to get good ROI, entering on the crossover. And I just want to show you in the beginning so you can see a little bit more how difficult it was to really get in this trade. You can see, if I zoom in, this is 5 a.m. I want you to look at the 9 and the 20 EMA before my entry. Notice that the red candles are constantly rejecting where my arrow is. It's constantly trading below the 21 EMA. That's why I didn't enter at any of these positions yet. Didn't enter at all. Now I'm going to go to this side. I started seeing the crossover in the EMA right here. And then once it crossed over, boom, there's my entry. Because you can see that now both the 9 and the 21 EMA are acting as support as these candles ride up. And that's what I used for my strategy to make $944 in less than 30 minutes. So I just want you guys to see that perspective. When you have a stock that's falling like Tesla was, You really have to wait for that crossover if you're going to use the 9 and the 20 EMA. You have to follow the guidelines. Make sure, ask yourself every time, is this the best time to buy? Are the candles above the 9 and 21 EMA? If they're not and they're continuing making lower lows and you're trying to go long, don't go in. Don't go in yet. Just keep waiting until you get that crossover. Normally, the first time it crosses over, like it just did right here. So right here, you'll see that crossover. It started failing right away and rejecting right below it. But then the second time around, it started blasting through, which you can see right here. So you had that blast through, started holding, failed down here, and then reclaimed it, failing again. And then once it broke through, then I saw, okay, we're starting to reverse here. There's my entry right up in here. I'm not trying to time the bottom. I'm not buying down here at 318 while it's below. I'm buying up here when I know that it's above my 9 and 21 EMA. That's how I do my strategy. It worked for me again today. And clearly, I could have held, but I didn't. The reason I didn't hold is because the liquidity at 8 a.m. is not as good compared to, market hours at 9:30 to 4. So for me, I want to get out of the trade. I can give it a chance later on, and we'll see where it goes. Now that it's trading above VWAP, we'll see if it retests VWAP. But that's my 920 EMA strategy. I just wanted you guys to see it firsthand. Please let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions.